Along with Darrin Worth, Jeff Benjamin back with you. Second quarter of action getting started. Railers with the basketball in a 5-point advantage, 9-4. Christian gets the interior pass from Jake. Tipped out by Podbelsic. Nice job on the missed shot by Christian from 15. Podbelsic, nice move by Olsen. Olsen quickly over to Podbelsic. He's on the left wing looking for some help. Gets it off to Kirby. Kirby, crossover dribble at the free throw line.
Tell you what, they're in a man-to-man, Jeff.
Podbelsic misses on the 3. Rebound comes down to Dalton Keene.
Yeah, they look like they got out of that 1-2-2 zone and went man-to-man down one trip. I don't think they'll stay in it. I think they'll go back to their 1-2-2, but that was kind of a mix-up right there.
Edward Bowlby in the contest for the Railers for the first time. Jumper from the corner, left it way short. Barlow tips it back to Pate at the top of the key. Jacksonville resets. Barlow over to Pate. Now to Andy Jackson. Keene dumps it down for Barlow. 2 Railers there. Nice pass inside. They missed the lip. Trying to go up again. Throws it up. It'll go down and it'll go. And he's fouled. Deontay Armstrong counts the basket. And Darrin, that's a case, I think, just giving them too many chances.
Well, and like you said, too many chances is because when they shot it from the corner, Bowlby stood there right next to the guy and watched the ball, and the shooter got his own rebound, and that's why they got a second chance.
Armstrong's free throw is no good, but they get their rebound again. Barlow takes it up. He misses it. Christian did a nice job of changing the shot.
I tell you what, Coach is all over Bowlby. That's the second time Bowlby's lost a rebound that he really should have had.
9-6. Austin fakes the 3, dribbling in. Dumps it down over to Bowlby. Kirby, Podbelsic, Olsen. Railers work it around the perimeter. Austin. Thought about pulling it from 15. Bowlby in the lane.
Nice, that's a nice, yes. Yeah, you get it that deep. That's a nice using the glass right there, Bowlby did.
Nice job by Austin freeing himself and Bowlby. And again, Darrin, it's one of those cases where Railers are finding themselves turning and looking at the basket, and they're so wide open that there's that little bit of hesitation.
Did they just give them? There we go. Now they fixed the score.
Bowlby's free throw is no good. Tipped out of bounds. They're going to say it was last touch by Jacksonville. Yes. Jake Olsen in there hounding. And so 11-6, the Railers have the advantage.
Yeah, Coach is talking to Bowlby right now about the rebounding issues.
Block is back in. Podbelsic needs to inbound. Does so out near the timeline to Austin Kirby. 11-6, the Railers with the advantage. 6:10 to go here. Pass on the floor. Olsen there. Block comes in to help him out. Railers got big numbers if they can see it. Podbelsic saves it inbounds nicely to Kirby.
Great hustle by Will.
Over to Austin. He's going to take it down the lane, and a foul is going to be whistled. That's going to go against Jackson. And, you know, it's one thing we've seen tonight so far, Darrin, is Austin we see him usually being just, catch and pass, catch and pass.
Right.
He's done a lot more dribble penetration here tonight.
Well, and plus he's so strong, too, with the ball is Austin. That's why I thought when he came back, I mean, his rebounding, his strength underneath, and plus his strength with handling the ball. And right now we're seeing him penetrate to the hoop.
Foul on Jackson. Third on the Crimson's inside.
Oh,
nice
wow.
Reverse move by Christian Van Hook.
Nice.
Shades of Darrin Worth.
I don't think so. I don't think I even got that close underneath that basket.
Christian now with 6, and the Railers have a 13-6 lead. And we see Christian involved early. Christian scoring. Things flow a little bit better for the entire offense.
And plus, we're looking for him. We're looking for Gavin underneath. We're looking for anybody that's working the middle. And then that frees our shooters up.
5:15 to go in the first half from Glenwood High School. Pate almost dragged that pivot foot. They get it to Hans, who turns from 14 and left it way short. Gesner tracks down the rebound. That was shades of Jeff Benjamin.
He short-armed that one big time.
Railers in the front court. Austin bounces over to Van Hook.
Jacksonville's in there 1-2-2, but man, are they spread. I mean, they're spread out. That middle ought to be wide open if you flash someone to the middle.
Nice move underneath. Gesner picks it up, and it's tipped out of bounds and lost out of bounds by the Railers as he tried to flip it up to Kirby. So another turnover, and it's a 7-point advantage, but doesn't it have this feel that we should be up 15?
You're right, exactly, and that's what's scary right now is to you should be up 15, 16 points, and you let a Jacksonville team hang in there when you're only up 7, and they hit a couple threes. This is a new game.
Well, shades of the first game here.
Yep.
Island beat Taylorville by only 2. Taylorville missed a shot at the buzzer that would have won it, and it was a game where Highland just let Taylorville keep hanging around. Jacksonville down to the front court. Kaufman on the left wing being watched by Gesner. He gets by Jordan. Now back on top to Pate. 4.5 to go. Kaufman with a nice move. Pull up from 17. Shoots it over everything. Keene the rebound, so Kaufman will try another 3. That's off the back of the rim. And we've got a foul. We're staying here. A rebounding foul is going to be whistled on the Railers.
Again, right there, they're getting 2 or 3 opportunities to make 2 or 3 points. I mean, you got to be able to clean the glass.
Foul on Max. That'll be his first. Third on the Railers. 4:15 to go. Pate over to Kaufman. Jackson double teamed by Block and Cook, and he lost it. Nice job by Block and Cook.
Great pressure, especially on our tops too. Podbelsic, Gesner. We're getting great pressure on the ball, and that was a good trap by Max and Gavin.
Cook on the left wing. Gesner will fire a 3 over Jackson. Spins out. Rebound down to Kaufman for the Crimsons. 3:50 to go. Railers up 13-6.
Yeah, we need Gesner to get hot. He's missed 2 or 3 threes. And, of course, our 3 or 4 layups that we've missed, too, where it could be a 15-point lead.
Keene's jumper from the side is no good. Max there with the rebound.
Tell you what, it was warm today, but I tell you what, this shooting is cold for either team.
After the rebound, Coach Neil Alexander takes a 30-second timeout as he's going to set things up. And Darrin, we're kind of blocked off by a couple of the Railers here during the timeout. You've been in that huddle, seen what Coach is talking about. His writing is very animated. Is he talking offense or defense?
Well, the wildest thing right now, too, is Coach Al usually never uses his timeouts. I mean, so right there, that timeout is to pretty much get a point across to what he's, seeing out on the floor right there. I mean, I think it's more towards probably rebounding. We've got to clean the glass up because really they've got 6 points, and I bet you 2 of them's been putbacks.
So with the timeout at 3:31, Railers will have it in the backcourt. Cook, Gesner, Podbelsic, Block, and Bowlby on the floor for Coach Neil Alexander. As we said, Railers in their road reds here tonight. Visitors on the scoreboard at Glenwood High School. They've got a 13-6 advantage. Will skips it across the top of the zone to Block. Down on the baseline to Bowlby. Get it back out to Gavin. Gesner's wide open underneath. They saw him too late. He tried to flip it over to Bowlby. Bowlby wasn't there in time, so they turn it back over. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Jacksonville. And Jake Olson quickly off the bench. Darrin, Coach Al got down the bench real quick to get Jake, and Gesner's checking out.
That's 2 or 3 turnovers by Gesner, where he has. I mean, I've noticed three turnovers where Gesner shouldn't have had 3 turnovers. He's had 2 no-look passes, and that was one of them. And then he lost the ball in the corner, so that was probably to where he's probably going to get a talking to on the sidelines. But looking at Lincoln, their defense is playing pretty good. Their ball passing to the open guy right there. Another turnover, though. I mean, right now it's turnovers and not rebounding.
Yep.
It's 2 things.
Todd flipped it out to Gavin on the right wing, and Gavin got called for steps. So we just can't take advantage of our fortune here. 2:35 to go. A very low-scoring first half. Pate into the front court for Jacksonville. Over to Kaufman between the circles. He looks to drive, tipped away by Olson, but over to Pate. Down to the baseline. Dugan throws it up off the glass, count it, and he is fouled.
Yeah, just got beat on a baseline right there, and then Gavin had to come over. And who'd they get that foul on?
That's
Gavin?
on Bowlby.
Bowlby, okay.
Christian will check in, and Edward will step out.
A low-scoring game right now with 13-8.
Dugan, the 6'3" junior.
I would assume that's probably Coach Dugan's son.
I would think so.
He's a little bit taller than, I think he might be a little bit taller than his dad.
Yeah, but his dad's got a better jump shot, right? So the free throw goes down from Dugan, make it 13-9, although they have yet to put it on the scoreboard. Now they do. And again, this is one of those cases you talked about, Darrin, as Gavin almost dragged that pivot foot, and then Max lost it off his foot, but gets it back by Belsic in the corner for three.
Good looking shot by Will, and good find by Max.
16-9, Will with his first three. Is you let teams start hanging around that have no business staying close, and you keep giving them confidence and more confidence. Ball tipped around, ball loose. Pate in the lane, flips it over to Barlow. Underneath, knocked out of bounds by Belsic, and they're going to say it was last touch by Dugan, so nice job. Will gives you that little bit extra.
Yes, and I guarantee that kid is tough, and he will be all over you defensively. And I tell you what, with Christian coming back in, it just makes that defense even that much better, because when guys drive the lane, they're afraid to take it up because Christian's going to swat it into next week.
Approaching 1.5 to go here in our first half. We thank you for joining us as Max drives a little 10-footer, left it short. Rebound comes down to Dugan. Max trying to make sure he didn't overshoot it and left it a little short. And a timeout's going to be taken by Coach J.R. Dugan. Just a 30-second timeout, so again, we will keep it here, Darrin. 1:20 to go. 16-9. We want to thank everybody for joining us for Railer basketball on WLCN Atlanta as we hit the top of the hour, 7 o'clock. And we've got a few more games here this week. Of course, the Railers will be back in action Wednesday night against Taylorville, Friday night against Glenwood, normal conference game on the Friday night. And then the doubleheader Saturday where you take on Rochester and then Highland. Railers off to a good start here so far, but again, only a 7-point advantage. It sure feels like we should be up by more.
Yeah, you're right, and I think the shots will fall, especially the easy ones. If you look at it, we've probably missed 5 or 6 just in probably the 6-7 foot range. But I tell you what, I like our defense intensity. Our defense has played well. We're just not hitting shots, and a few turnovers where we shouldn't have had them.
Lob play. Christian was there to intercept it, and if there's anybody that knows about a lob play coming, it's going to be Christian. Nice no-look pass. Unfortunately, no one there. And Max with the no-looks, Jordan with the no-looks. You know, we saw their passing earlier in the game be very, very crisp. You just stick with it.
Yeah, because you're going to find the holes. The holes are going to be there.
Still in the backcourt. Ring flips it over now to Pate. Under a minute to go. 50 seconds left.
Oh, nice defense by Pod and Gavin out there on the trap.
Barlow over to Ring. 40 seconds to go. Railers have held Jacksonville to single digits here in the first half.
That's a tough shot.
3 from Pate left it way, way short.
Yeah, this should be one shot right here, Jeff. I mean, you have the ball to start. And actually, no, Jacksonville will, won't they? But you're up 7 points. You hold the ball here for the last shot, go up 9 or 10 points here.
Have we ever run the lob to end the quarter? The alley-oop. Down to 8. Down to 6. Got to start looking for something.
Yeah,
Pods.
We're
down to 3. They're not looking at the clock. Pod, is he going to have time to get a shot off?
Nope.
He did not get the shot off, even though it went down as the Railers go into the half up 16-9. But Darrin, I will say that the red on the Railer uniforms matches just about the color on Coach Al's face. Certainly did not handle that end of half possession the way he wanted.
Yeah, Coach is going to beat the team into the locker room here.
Is that ever a good thing?
No.
Halftime score, Railers up 16-9. We'll be back with our halftime in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.